Super Mario Odyssey isn't just another Mario game. It's a celebration of everything that made the franchise iconic. Launched within the first year of Nintendo Switch's release, it seamlessly blended nostalgic charm with bold new ideas, setting a standard for 3D platformers. With a suite of creative kingdoms and gameplay innovations that surprised even longtime fans, Odyssey isn't just a return to form. It might be Mario at his absolute best. But what exactly made the journey across the globe so amazing? Let's break it down. Welcome to What Made This Game Amazing, where I break down every game across 5 core pillars, each scored out of 20 for a final verdict out of 100. Here's how it works. First is fun. Was the game genuinely fun and did it keep me coming back? Second is gameplay. Are the mechanics solid? Are the controls smooth and satisfying? Third is visuals. Does the game look amazing or have a unique style that pulls you in? Fourth is story. Are the characters, dialogue, or world worth exploring? Fifth is value. Was it worth your time and money? Is it memorable? Then we add up each pillar for a score out of 100 and rank it from nowhere near amazing to amazing. Now let's get into it.
Fun, 20 out of 20.
From the moment Mario steps off the Odyssey and lands in a brand new kingdom, the game invites players into a world full of possibilities. Whether you're leaping across roofs in New Donk City, bounding between geysers in the Seaside Kingdom, or throwing your hat at a T-Rex at the Cascade Kingdom, Odyssey never stops delivering. One of the core reasons Odyssey stands out is its sheer inventiveness. The capture mechanic, which lets Mario possess various objects and creatures using his sentient cap named Cappy, creates endless gameplay variety. 1 minute you're a Goomba stacking on top of each other, and the next you're a lava bubble jumping across molten pits. But it's not just variety for variety's sake, it's purposeful. Every transformation feels like a puzzle piece meant to teach, challenge, and reward. The learning curve is perfectly tuned to encourage experimentation without ever being too punishing. It's playful even in its difficulty. The level design itself fuels engagement. Each kingdom is dense with secrets, collectibles, minigames, boss fights, and environmental storytelling. The game ditches the rigid star or shine structure of past 3D Mario titles and instead encourages open exploration. You're not booted out of a level after grabbing a power moon. You're free to stay, explore, and keep collecting. Odyssey also nails pacing. Each kingdom introduces new mechanics, aesthetics, and musical themes, all while keeping the central gameplay loop intact. It never drags, and just when you think you've seen it all, the game throws something new at you, like a nostalgic 2D sequence or a clever boss battle. Whether you're 5 hours in or 50, the game keeps rewarding your curiosity. It's endlessly replayable and packed with delightful surprises. There are very few games that maintain this level of charm and momentum throughout, and this is as fun as a platformer gets.
Gameplay, 20 out of 20.
Mario games have always set the gold standard for controls, and Odyssey is no exception. The moment-to-moment movement feels like an extension of your own instincts. Responsive, fluid, and immensely satisfying. Mario's moveset is deep. Standard jumps, dives, wall kicks, and ground pounds return, but it's the addition of Cappy that really elevates it. The cap throw mechanic integrates seamlessly with platforming, allowing for extended jumps, mid-air trickery, and even new traversal options like cap bouncing. There's a finesse to mastering Mario's full mobility, and for players willing to dig deeper, the game reveals itself as a playground for speedrunners and skilled platformers. Yet, it never alienates casual players. Odyssey manages to be both accessible and intricate. The capture system also plays into this fluidity. Each creature or object Mario can control comes with a completely different control scheme. Some simple, some challenging, but all very intuitive. A standout example is the bullet bill capture, which adds timing element to the traversal, or the tank capture that introduces a twin stick shooter mechanic in a Mario Mario game. What's most impressive is how these wildly different mechanics coexist without breaking the game's core rhythm. Everything is polished to near perfection. There's no lag in movement, there's no input confusion, and the game communicates its controls visually and mechanically. From the first kingdom to the last hidden power moon, controlling Mario in Odyssey feels not just good, it feels amazing.
Visuals, 18 out of 20.
Super Mario Odyssey stands out through its art direction. Each kingdom feels like its own miniature world, with a cohesive aesthetic and personality. This diversity is part of what makes the game visually engaging. Take the Metro Kingdom, New Donk City, which goes for a more realistic, urban tone, complete with skyscrapers and human NPCs. Contrast that with the Luncheon Kingdom's surreal food-themed landscape made of pastel-colored polygonal assets, or the Sand Kingdom's mix of ancient ruins and icy surfaces. Each location feels wholly unique. Lighting, color palettes, and environmental effects are used with intention, guiding the player's attention and reinforcing each kingdom's theme. Odyssey also plays with visual nostalgia. The game frequently transitions into 2D 8-bit segments styled after the classic Super Mario Bros., but it does so in a way that feels fresh and integrated into the 3D world. Animations are another strength. Mario's expressive, with charming reactions to cold, heat, or surprise. Captured enemies have their own quirky movements, and everything from explosions to water effects feels well tuned for the hardware. However, the Switch does show its age in a few areas. Some textures, especially on flat surfaces or distant backgrounds, can look a bit muddy. The Switch 2 version, by comparison, is noticeably more vibrant, with sharper textures and richer detail across the board. And performance-wise, the game aims for a steady 60 frames per second and generally hits it, but you might notice occasional frame dips in busier sections. These are minor nitpicks, but they can hold the game back from its visual perfection. Still, the overall visual identity is vibrant, inviting, and unmistakably Mario. It blends modern design with whimsical creativity to great effect.
Story, 17 out of 20.
The story of Super Mario Odyssey is, on the surface, very familiar. Bowser kidnaps Peach and plans a wedding, and Mario must travel the world to stop him. But the presentation and world building give this old formula new life. Each kingdom has a narrative backdrop that contributes to the overall journey. You're not just collecting power moons, you're helping a frozen desert town, a forest threatened by machines, or a seaside community overrun by enemies. These micro stories give context and purpose to exploration. Characters like Cappy add emotional weight to the adventure. His quest to save his sister Tiara adds a parallel goal to Mario's, and his personality enriches the journey. The dialogue is light but pretty clever, and the humor is universal and often environmental, relying on visual gags or clever design rather than over-explaining. The world building extends to the post-game as well. After defeating Bowser, players unlock new areas, including a trip to the Mushroom Kingdom, presented as a nostalgic callback to Super Mario 64. It's full of fan service but crafted with care, not laziness. The ending is surprisingly sweet and subversive. Peach doesn't choose Mario or Bowser, she chooses herself, traveling the world independently. It's a small but meaningful twist in a franchise that rarely shakes up its story beats. While it won't win awards for narrative depth, Odyssey does more than enough to earn praise for how it builds charm, stakes, and momentum through its world and characters.
Value, 20 out of 20.
Super Mario Odyssey is one of the most content-rich and replayable games Nintendo have ever produced. It delivers on all fronts: main story, post-game, collectibles, challenges, and secrets. The main campaign offers around 15 to 20 hours of content, but that's just the beginning. After completing the final boss, new power moons are added to each kingdom. New areas open up, and previously unreachable sections become available. The Mushroom Kingdom alone offers hours of fan-favorite surprises, including classic outfits and callbacks. Collecting all 999 power moons is a massive investment endeavor, yet it never feels like a chore. The game is so well paced that even grinding for moons becomes a joy. You're always discovering something new, be it a hidden door, a tricky platforming challenge, or a creative minigame. On top of that, the game features global online leaderboards for challenges, letting more competitive players flex their skills. And the assist mode makes the game approachable for younger players or those new to 3D platformers, increasing its appeal across age groups. As for legacy, Odyssey is already considered a benchmark for 3D platformers. It's widely viewed as one of the best Mario games ever made and arguably the most complete since Mario 64. It has inspired future Nintendo titles like the new Donkey Kong Bonanza and demonstrated that single-player, non-linear platformers can still thrive in today's market. 6 years after release, it's still being played, talked about, and speedrun. Testament to how amazing its staying power truly is.
Final score, 95 out of 100.
Super Mario Odyssey is nothing short of a masterclass in game design, blending mechanical brilliance with boundless creativity, stunning level design, and a joyful spirit that never lets up. Every moment feels like a celebration of discovery, constantly surprising players with clever ideas and heartfelt touches. It's not just a return to form, it's a bold reimagining that proves even after decades, Mario can still redefine what makes a game truly feel magical. That's why Super Mario Odyssey earns the rating of amazing. What do you think of the score and the review? Drop your score in the comments down below and let's talk about it. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss any more breakdowns.